Welcome to Stompbox TV. I'm Richard.
I'm Alex.
We've got a brand new Tubescreamer today. It's a joint venture with Korg. It uses their NuTube technology, which, if you don't already know about it, you should.
I don't already know about it.
You should.
Oh, right, well, there we go.
You should, because it's on our channel.
Ah.
So there you go. There is a video on our channel explaining Korg and NuTube. NuTube is a solid state technology, but it does replicate tubes. They are little diodes which are rather like tubes. They're replaceable, and it basically sounds like a 12AX7. But check out our video on our channel if you want to know more. So Ibanez have teamed up with Korg, and they've put the NuTube into the Tubescreamer. So it's giving us almost a tube-based Tubescreamer.
Cool.
Which is kind of a good thing. And they've called it the NTS, which is the new Tubescreamer.
Funny that, isn't it?
And it's new in a real new, down with the kids' way, NU. So
it is. So from what I understand, it is designed to give a little bit more bite than an actual tube, like an original Tubescreamer, a bit more saturation, but keeping sort of the same kind of characteristic. Is that what I'm leaving
so I
from this?
understand, but you've been playing around with this for a few minutes. Literally, that's how long we've had this for. So we should probably, we've been listening to it, we should probably hear it a little bit more. But yeah, it is more drive on it for sure. You've got the mix control on it, which we'll see in practice how that works. And we've got the TS9 here as well to compare it to, so we can show you whether you use this as a standalone overdrive or whether you use it to push your amp a bit further. We'll show you both. So
yeah, so
see what you've been doing.
Okay, so we've got a kind of martially overdriven sort of sound that we're going to be playing with, a Fendery clean, pretty crystal clean actually, and we've also got a Fendery sort of pushed sound, so it's just on the edge of breakup, and we're going to check out the Tubescreamer, how it reacts to all three of those situations. So first off, we'll start with, what's this? That will be the overdriven kind of tone. So we just check that these aren't on. No, so that is literally the bass tone. So it's kind of crunchy. It's not completely saturated, but it's got a bit of bite to it. And then let's check out the original one first, right?
Yeah.
See what that sounds like. So I'm going to pop that on, and we've got it set so that it's literally pushing the input of the amp. So the drive is all the way off, the level is all the way up, and the tone is dead centre. So the idea is that we're just going to compress the amp further, basically, and get a skosh more drive out of it.
A skosh?
It's just a skosh. People say that's not a word, but I say it is. So this is kind of what they used to do in the 80s. It's a sound we all know and love. So here is, let's just have the bass sound again, because I've offered on like a bastard. That's the bass sound. And here it is with the So yeah, that's the original. Classic for a reason.
So same settings on here. So let's go for it.
So I mean, what I'm hearing there is, I think what we've got this little mix thing set pretty much halfway. So what they're saying, as far as I'm aware, is that the mix halfway is reacting more or less like the original. Okay, it gives you the sort of same amount of distortion level as the original. So what I'm hearing, don't know about you, but is it's certainly got a bit more bite to it.
Definitely.
And it actually feels a bit more saturated already.
Without a doubt.
With the mix halfway, which is sort of emulating the original, so you've already got a bit more gain to it.
What I'll do, I'll switch between the two, so
Yeah.
on those levels. So
Yep. So shall we start with the original? There's definitely a difference, I think.
There is, yeah.
It's not like it's not unfamiliar. So I'm not playing it thinking that sounds like a completely different pedal.
If you like, know and love the Tubescreamer, and that's what you want, you can still get those tones out of it. Mm-hmm. But there's obviously a lot more here.
Yes.
As we're exploring.
And I mean, so as we say, that's the mix on the NuTube just at halfway. So should we push that?
Sure.
Up all the way up. See how much.
I'll do it as you're playing. So we'll start off in the centre.
So yeah, so it's got a huge scope there. Mm. So if you're looking for something, I suppose, you want to drive your overdriven sound into sort of hair metal territory kind of thing, and the original Tubescreamer isn't quite doing it for you. It's not giving you the amount of gain that you're after. This has way more on tap.
While still doing the job of the original as well.
Exactly. So that's it for the Marshall kind of sound.
Okay.
So what we've got now is a kind of edge of breakup sort of tone, something that you might use if you're sort of bluesing it up a little bit. So it's not crystal clean. It's, you know, if you hit it hard, it's going to give you some grit. But if you back off the volume or you sort of soften your pick attack, you're going to get it pretty clean. So this is the bass. Okay, so now let's put the original Tubescreamer through it, and what we'll do is we'll have the level about halfway. We'll just stick everything on halfway, shall we? For this segment. Okay, so here's the original sound again. So again, it's similar to how it was reacting with the overdriven tone. I think, you know, you got the original classic sort of sound, and then the newer model is it's given a bit more bite and a bit more gain. You know, it's reacting quite similarly. Shall we cycle through the drives? So have the drive low and then
we can do that.
Bring it up.
So we're on the NuTube. Got the mix in the middle at the moment, drive on minimum. I'll take the drive up and then I'll put the mix up to maximum as well.
Sweet. Got to finish the lick, haven't you? You can't leave it hanging. So that's a huge scope, right?
There is. I mean, there's loads more gain available than the standard model, but also that mix, I'm not entirely sure what that's doing. That's not a clean blend, it wouldn't seem to me. I don't know if it's mixing in the NuTube. Again, understand we've literally just been given this pedal. It's not officially released at the time of recording, so we don't know too much about it, and we're just hearing what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds to me like the mix, it's just added. There's just more gain available with that mix. So if you've got, I mean, what's it say on this? CL, which I'm assuming is clean, and OD, which I'm assuming is overdrive. So I assume that when you move it over to the overdrive, what I'm hearing is it's just adding a load more. So where the original Tubescreamer has a limit, you know, once you're on 10 on the overdrive, you're on 10. There's nowhere to go with that. This, you've got extra.
Sure.
Half extra.
The important thing is not how it works, but how it sounds. So hopefully you guys have got an idea of that, and how it compares to the original, which I think it does very well. It all depends on what you need, I guess. The original pedal is a classic for a reason. Incredibly popular pedal over a huge number of years, and the new version, NU, is going to take that on again. So you make your choice, listen to the video, tell us what you think in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and please do subscribe for more videos from Stompbox TV. See you again soon.